order for the first time. Let's join Mike with the call.
Thanks, Lydia. Yeah, Reveille was just receiving attention from the... And they're ready now. The arm's gone up from the assistant starter. Won't be too long now as they turn. This should be the moment when they're going to be called in. Starting team seem happy enough with them now. One last to take a turn. Here they go. And no, he's not letting them go. It's a false start. Well, I don't know what happened there, but I could see the orange tape hadn't been pulled back, and anyway, no harm done. That no horse has bolted off. And Lydia, I'll go back to you for a moment or two.
OK, Mike. As Stuart and I were walking the course earlier, I think I said to you, well, that white line across the course, that'll solve our starting problems.
And it has, hasn't it? As you can see, they shall not pass, apart from when they did.
So far, we've had a false start, and one of the main fancies jumping it on the way down.
Yeah, I like that white line. I'm liking it a lot. This is a replay of what happened. Starter not satisfied.
What about a new system in athletics? If there's a false start and then someone breaks the tape again, they're out of the race.
Yeah. Almost unseated at the back there, Paddy Brennan on Fundamentalist.
Yes, and I can see in the background now the starter Sean McDonald explaining in some detail and with some force just exactly why he wasn't happy with that. There he is.
Short, sharp, clipped tone.
No doubt, yes. Yeah, he's a man who he doesn't do pressure, does he, as we found out before Aintree last year, but he'll be exerting some on the jockeys now.
He might do pressure if he gets a couple more of those in the next 2 minutes. Millennium Royal's fascinating, isn't he? Because he's been a high-class hurdler and he operates very well on soft ground. Francois Duman last night, we had a chat with him and he seemed quite keen, didn't he?
He did seem quite keen. I don't know whether he led into it. The horse has not got very good form at the festival over hurdles. He's run shockers only. Right, let's see if take two works.
See if this one works this time. Here we go. Being called in again now. They're off. Away they go then for the William Hill Trophy Handicap Chase. 3 miles the trip here and 19 fences. They've jumped this first fence 3 times here. The Sawyer, Ollie McGurn, Comply or Die and Billy Voth, the first ones to rise at that. They all jumped it pretty well actually as they took that head left-handed and got up the hill for the first time. The Sawyer striding out in front then from Billy Voth and Ollie McGurn, and Comply or Die racing in front of Todd Whiskey. Then the grey is Lac Dudal, followed then by Dear VA, and the white cap on the outside of him is Idapé as they take the uphill fence. Postle will jump that in about 8th or 9th place. There, a bad mistake at the back of the field by Patsy Hall. Blunted his way over that. Wasn't as fluent certainly as some of the others. He's just disputing last place with Hotwell in the early part of the race. And trying to pick up Wichita Lineman, the favourite, is in the middle of the field, saving ground all the way up the inside for AP McCoy, the white-faced gelding Wichita Lineman. Bad mistake on the outside by one of the runners in the middle of the field. Picked up in a moment as they head down the hill, having jumped that third fence. I think it was Wind Instrument that blundered there. On they go then towards the water jump, skipping over that. The Sawyer jumped it with a narrow advantage. Ollie McGurn pestering him though. Billy Voth is right to the 4-2. Comply or Die keeping out of trouble. Lac Dudal right behind these, hunted up then by Dear VA. In the middle of the field on the inside is Wichita Lineman. Just behind him, Fundamentalist, slightly awkward over that. In the middle of the field also is Postle, who's just tracking Simon there as well. Colleen Olin is in the thick of things too. On the wide outside, NFR Collage. Bad mistake there by Golden Flight there in about 8th or 9th place. Good recovery that by Barry Geraghty as the runners sweep across the top of the hill towards the open ditch, which is fence number 7. The Sawyer, Billy Voth and Ollie McGurn from Todd Whiskey in the sheepskin noseband racing forward. The grey Lac Dudal, Comply or Die on the outside with his blinkers back on, jump that upside there with Idapé. Just behind these then is Golden Flight and Dear VA in the similar colours. Up the inside then Wichita Lineman, Wind Instrument on the outside with a good position alongside Nenefar Collage, and as the runners sweep left-handed and head down the hill now. Simon is held up then behind Postle, Colleen Orlin, Reveille at the back of the field with Maljamar. Then behind this one on the inside comes Fundamentalist, held up at this stage Hotwell. Then on the inside then as they race on down the hill is Millennium Royal, and last of all is Patsy Hall being held up at the back of the field but travelling okay as they make their way towards the next. This tricky downhill fence there, they all jumped it okay. Fundamentalist though was a little bit awkward at the back of the field, and a little bit of a reminder there on the outside for Nenefar Collage. making their way down the hill towards the next fence there. It's fence number 9, the Sawyer. Jumped it well on the inside. A mistake by Wichita Lineman, almost paid the penalty there. Good recovery by both horse and jockey. The favourite racing in about 10th place at this stage as the rain comes down here on Prestbury Park and they swing left-handed and go past their point of departure. The Sawyer, Billy Vodden and Comply or Die, 1, 2 and 3. Ollie McGurn 4th. Todd Whiskey, Lackdudal. The leading group has remained virtually unchanged. On the outside is Wind Instrument with Eda Pace cheek pieces, and then comes Nenefar Collage on the inside. Lackdudal passed there by Dear VA. Simon's making good ground. Golden Flight on the move. Maljamar. Then behind is Colleen Orlin, followed by Postle. Wichita Lineman 2 lengths away is next, followed by Reveille the Grey in the second colours of JP McManus. Fundamentalist Hotwell, Millennium Royal, and finally Patsy Hall as they go to the fence, going up the hill now. 1 or 2 jumps becoming a little bit more sloppy then as they race left-handed again, heading down the hill towards fence number 12. Still the Sawyer has it. Comply or Die racing with a lot more enthusiasm today, the Grand National hero. He's on the outside with Billy Vodden between them. Nenefar Collage a lot closer with Wind Instrument, and then comes Ollie McGurn. Followed just behind these, Todd Whiskey on the inside. Lackdudal has been given the hurry up. Reminders for Simon, who's backtracking through the field. Golden Flight continues to make good progress, patiently ridden. Alongside him then is Maljamar as they take that next fence. A mistake by Simon at the back of the field, and Patsy Hall was awkward at that water jump as well as they go to the open ditch, which is fence number 14. The Sawyer, Comply or Die and Ollie McGurn together as they go towards that next fence, followed by Wind Instrument, who's got a much closer now. Billy Vodden is under pressure. Nenefar Collage on the outside. Wichita Lineman still being patiently ridden in about 10th or 11th place now for AP McCoy as they take that last fence on the far side of Wichita. Missed out that fence. He blundered his way over that just when trying to make up some ground. It's Comply or Die who finds his way on the outside then to dispute the advantage with Ollie McGurn now, and on the inside the Sawyer. In 4th is Wind Instrument, then Todd Whiskey. Behind these then is Dear VA's White Cap travelling well. Nenefar Collage, a good lead by Nenefar on the outside, so too Maljamar. Then Colleen O'Neill made a mistake there. Under pressure is Lackdudal as they make their way across the top of the hill and making their way down now towards the last 3 fences here in the William Hill Trophy Handicap Chase, and the Sawyer's not really been headed. On the inside, he goes by about a neck up at this stage on Ollie McGurn. Comply or Die struggling now back in 3rd to maintain his position. Wind Instrument, Todd Whiskey, Nenefar Collage. Behind these then is Dear VA. Maljamar's orange jacket making up good ground. Then comes Edipe on the outside with Lackdudal. Wichita Lineman is not making much of an impression. Again, a shoddy jump by the favourite. Down the hill they come. They're coming towards the second last. The Sawyer, determinedly for William Kennedy, still has the lead. Ollie McGurn in second. Nenefar Collage. Maljamar, the one that travels with Darryl Jacob in the orange colours as they go over 2 out. Maljamar draws alongside the Sawyer. From Ollie McGurn, a fall of Patsy Hall then. Wichita Lineman's trying hard now under AP, goes into 5th place. Down the hill they come towards the home straight. A climb up now to the last. It's Maljamar, the Sawyer, Nenefar Collage and Wichita Lineman. He stays forever. He engages overdrive now. Here he comes on the outside. It's Maljamar, Nenefar Collage and Wichita Lineman is the final fence. Maljamar in front, Nenefar Collage, Wichita Lineman, and then Dear VA back in 4th place. Up the hill, Maljamar, Darryl Jacob by 2 lengths here from Nenefar Collage. Wichita Lineman, Maljamar needs the line. 50 yards left to go. Here comes Wichita Lineman with a charge. He gets there. Wichita Lineman for AP McCoy, Jonjo and JP McManus win the William Hill Trophy. Maljamar second, Nenefar Collage was 3rd, and then Dear VA, and they would clear the others. A dramatic last finish.
That's an early and very strong bid for the best ride you'll see all meeting. That was fantastic from Tony McCoy. 5-1 favourite Wichita Lineman is returned for Jonjo O'Neill and JP McManus, but you wouldn't have had money on it. At most positions, all the way around in that race, the horse wasn't jumping, he wasn't going, he was being given reminders from a very early stage. Tony McCoy, yes, he knows that he does that, but still, you wouldn't really have thought that today would be Wichita Lineman's day again, but it has been. And he's come and claimed Maljamar, who looked set for his first victory over 3 miles, but he just faltered a little bit, heading towards the line, having jumped the last like a horse that was still going strongly for Darryl Jacob and Nick Williams, but had to settle for second. In 3rd, it was Nenefar Collage, another previous festival winner. He's run a body race in 3rd for Robert Thornton, and Alan King. and in fourth was number 4, Dearville, the man of Ruby Walsh, and he's got him round in 4th place for Paul Nichols. But there is the winner, Wichita Lineman, a previous festival winner in 2007. He won the Albert Bartlett, and this time round he's won the 2009 William Hill Trophy. And that ride, Graham, that ride.
It's just freakish, it's just animalistic, it's powerful, it's irresistible. It's unbeatable because the horse was never going well from an early stage. We'll get the replays halfway when he was getting severe reminders. Great jump here from Aljamar, not the jump of a tired horse, and he bounds away to open up a gap of 3 or 4 lengths. But look at McCoy and the people who've backed this horse anti-post, and on the day he's still got 4 lengths to make up. That white face coming through the gloom, and people who've backed Wichita Lineman, they're now saying, I need you more than want you, and I want you for all time. And the Wichita Lineman gets it on the line.
Beautiful, Graham, beautiful. This is the head-on, and there is the Wichita Lineman on the left-hand side being given all of that by Tony McCoy. Watch Aljamar jump the last. He jumps it really nicely. Nenefar dives at it and does it bonnily. And Tony McCoy is in drive mode. He's getting Wichita Lineman up the hill, and Wichita thinks, I've been here before. I can do this.
He's a brilliant McCoy. He's, if not punching the air, he's certainly saluting the crowd. We've had a right result here, one they didn't expect from halfway. I feel for Nick Williams and for Aljamar's supporters because he's travelled like a dream and done everything right. Big, broad smile from McCoy. He's had a good workout there. 2 hands in the air. That's a great result for the punters. Great result for McCoy, McManus and O'Neill. But just a result for the irresistible AP McCoy.
It's not often that you get that kind of reaction from Tony McCoy. He knows that he's just delivered a fantastic ride there. He is really pleased with the ride he's given.
Absolutely, and he's every right to be. Remember 2 years ago when I think he badly needed a winner at the festival, McCoy. This fella in the Albert